What's going on, everybody? It's Hunter Elliott, rangehot.com. I'm out here today with 1911 A1 made by Inland. Y'all saw, I think it was last year, the Inland Manufacturing Company has come back. It is now an independent company. It is not a division of General Motors this time, and it's reproducing the M1 carbine. Last year, it introduced a really good clone of the original 1911 A1. So we've actually got several hundred rounds through this gun already. I've already shot it for accuracy. It did really well considering it does have true to 1911 A1 military style sights, which are marginal at best, as we all know, especially at 42 years old. My eyes ain't where they used to. But nevertheless, it's a pretty good representation of what the 1911 A1 was. So here I'm just going to do a little shooting to show you the gun is proven to be accurate and reliable, and we're going to go from there. Okay. All right. Not bad, not bad. I'll take that all day long with me and these sights at 35 feet.
Hey, it's Allison. I have the Inland 1911 A1 pistol, chambered in .45 auto. This is the first time I've had my hands on it, and I am anxious to see how it feels. Let's see. Man, it's nice. It actually feels pretty good in my hand.
Here we are finishing up the review on the Inland 1911 A1. Externally very similar to the traditional 1911 A1 that you're used to looking at. Something to be noted on this particular pistol, I'm not the first one to review it. This pistol was sent to a buddy of mine named Sean that writes for Loose Rounds from MKS Supply. I sent it to Sean. Sean did his review and published it. And then he sent it directly to me. Sean tells me he's got well in excess of 1,000 rounds through it. I know I've got in excess of about 500. So we're somewhere, I'm a rough estimate, anywhere from 1,600 to maybe close to 2,000 rounds through the gun. Throughout that time, the gun never gave any trouble. It was completely flawless as far as reliability wise. That was through the traditional 230 ball as well as some jacket hollow points, even some really aggressive jacket hollow points like the Silverback 230 grain from Gorilla Ammo, and it run it fine. As always, as for me, the particular rounds that I shot and how the gun grouped out at 25 yards from the rest is going to be a chart from the written review at rangehot.com. So real quick, it's very traditional. The thing that appeals to me about this is a lot of people have gotten into really appreciating the traditional 1911s, 1911 A1s. Be that as it may, it has driven the cost of the collectibles up. Something else to think about, you know, if you were going to go out and collect such a pistol, that would be, in my opinion, more of a safe queen for a few reasons. It's very valuable. If you shoot it and scratch it or beat it up, it loses a lot of value, as well as, you know, the metallurgy is a lot different than it is now. So if you're looking for something that's affordable to get that feel of shooting a classic 1911 A1, this is really a great option. You know, you retire those old war horses and your gun's safe, and you take them out and appreciate them from time to time. If you want to get out and shoot a 1911 A1, get something made today. There's not a lot about it I can say that I don't like that wouldn't really apply to all 1911 A1s of this type. You know, it's got the standard GI sights, which are marginal at best. This particular pistol, the trigger broke at 6 pounds, which is a little bit heavier than what I'm used to. right around 5 pounds is kind of where I like to see a 1911 A1 trigger. So it does have a little bit of a heavy trigger with some take up and over travel, but definitely not off the charts. Bearing in mind this gun has got that many rounds through it, which, I mean, I understand that's nowhere near the service life of a handgun, but still, if something can go close to 2,000 rounds and not have any problems, it will be worth taking it apart and looking at it and seeing how it is inside. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and detail strip this thing down to the receiver and see what is what. Okay, so there it is, completely detail stripped. Let's talk a little bit about it. Everything looks good. Sear is what I wanted to see. Sear looks good. So everything seems to look like it was, you know, very gently used. A couple things that I'm going to mention. The plunger does not have a kink in the spring. So when you take the thumb safety off, it's going to want to puke out. So you want to just make sure that when you're begin to detail strip it and you get that safety off, capture that plunger pretty quick. It is also worth noting that this gun is of a Series 80 design. It does have a Series 80 style firing pin safety. Now, I know that's not very traditional. For me, it's not a problem. I don't care. I can take the firing pin safety, take it or leave it. Some people are purists, and they're not a fan of that. And if that be the case, then maybe this gun's not for you, or maybe you just need to be a little bit more open-minded. Here it is, all apart. I'm looking here at the barrel lugs. They seem to be, the edges of the barrel lugs seem to be pretty crisp, which leads me to believe that the timing is correct. You know, a lot of times if the timing's off a little bit, it could beat that leading edge of the barrel lug out. So yeah, that's really about it, y'all. I'm satisfied with the way the gun run. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch the videos, read the articles, let me know what you think. If you've got any problems or questions or concerns, you can always reach me via Facebook or YouTube, what have you. I really appreciate your time. You take care of yourself and each other, and I look forward to seeing you on the range.